your fingers by the rib cage like that. And then close your eyes again. And see if you can continue doing long deep breaths. And notice the movement of your ribs. And the expansion of your lungs. So there would be some nice movement there as you inhale. So it's not just the diaphragm that helps you in your long deep breaths, it's also these intercostal muscles between the ribs. And maybe it's just very subtle that it's there. And it actually goes all the way to the back. And there's a nice exercise where maybe you could do later, you could do at one of the break times is you put your hands on somebody's back and you can feel it move. Like when the doctor checks your breathing and he listens to your lungs and he puts the stethoscope on your back. So now you can put your hands and arms just beside you and go back to long, deep breathing and feel that you're breathing from your toes all the way to your head. Inhaling from your toes to your head, exhaling from your head to your toes. Do that for a few breaths. And bring an intention to your practice and for the rest of the training. What is it that you would like to bring into your training for the last few days as you come into completion? It's not so much what you would like to achieve or intend, but it's more like what you would like to invite into your life. And then as well, think about something that you have that you appreciate. So acknowledge something in your life that you have and acknowledge it with appreciation, appreciate it. And that appreciation allowing what's to happen next to happen next. That's from Bashar. That's like a message from this guy called Bashar. Acknowledge what you have, what you don't have, appreciate what you have, and allow what is to come next to come next. So with that, inhale and give yourself a big stretch. Reach your arms up to the back and your feet towards me. Flex and point your toes. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. And exhale, hug your knees to your chest. And bring your forehead to your knees. Crack, crack, crack. The hips go crack, crack, crack. And rock side to side. Just to massage all of the spine. Take your knees to the right side. Put the right hand on top of the knee. With a nice big stretch. Breathe into your spine to the left side. Then bring your knees up, send them to the left, turn your head to the right, left hand on top of the right knee, take a deep breath, a few deep breaths into your spine. Coming back to the center, forehead to the knees, rock up to seated, into cross leg, into hands at the heart center. Spine straight and feel your chakras begin to align and vibrate and sing. And let's chant Om. Inhale. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, bend towards the big windows, left elbow onto the floor, stick your right hip down, and look up at the ceiling. Deep breath in, lift up, left arm up, and to the right side. Right elbow down, or you can extend, or right hand. Inhale, rise. Release your hands. And the next breath in, lift both arms up. Look up. Exhale, cactus arms, bending your elbows, opening your chest. And gradually bring your arms behind you, walk your arms behind you. Open your chest, look down at your knees, and release down. On the next inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, walk them to the front. Take forward fold. Allow yourself to melt down into the earth. And then slowly, gently rise up. Okay, take your legs in front of you. Spread your feet so that they're more than hip width. So maybe going out to the edges of the mat. And then take your hands a little bit behind you. So you're leaning back slightly and just drop your knees to the right. Opening at the hip. You come up and drop to the other side. And now we'll hold it a little bit. So lift up and then drop. Stay here, breathe. And come up and go gently to the other side. And then breathe. Come into the center, take your legs behind you and go into all fours position into your hands and knees. This time with the knees together. Knees are under the hips, wrists under your shoulders. Then take an inhale, lift your right leg up and arch your back. Exhale, round your back, forehead to the knee. Do that 3 to 5 times. Go at your own pace. Inhale, look up. Inhale. And maybe do it with your eyes closed. See how that feels. So moving the neck, moving the hips, moving the shoulders, moving everything you can move. Maybe spread your hands a little bit more. And then on that last one, go to the other side, the other leg. Feel all of the spine, the hip, the neck. So if you're doing fast, then I know that your breath is shallow. If you're doing it slowly, your breath is long. So because you're supposed to do it with the breath, right? Very nice. Do one more. Slowly go into child's pose or into Vajrasana if you wish, which is sitting with your knees folded. So either sitting here or sitting in child's pose. And just focus on your long, deep breathing. You want to aim for about 4 long counts on the inhale and 8 long counts on the exhale. Basic. Okay, at least 4 long counts on the inhale, 8 long counts on the exhale, or 8 and 8, 5 and 6, counting slowly. Train your nervous system by breathing this way. Okay. And slowly it starts to become more and more comfortable because you don't want to be like holding your breath, right? But do try to take your time with each breath and follow the breath from the very beginning, the middle, to the end. Each breath is like a journey. It's not like it's just a big gulp. Okay, big journey. Each exhale has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And to add to that, at the end of the inhale, there is a slight pause. At the end of the exhale, there's a slight pause. On your next inhale, slowly come up onto all fours. On the next exhale, into your Adho Mukha Svanasana. In Hatha Yoga, this is called mountain pose, or you know it as downward facing dog. So in the Hatha version of this posture, which is more recommended, we don't bring the chest down to the floor, and we want equal weight with the legs and the front of the body. Make sure that you're not too narrow or not too wide. You're too narrow. Come up your hands here. If you need to, you could bend your knees slightly and really try to feel that your spine is straight. Feel that your back is straight as well. If you can manage it, try to send your heels all the way down to the floor, or at least have that feeling that the heels are driving down. But again, equal weight on your arms and legs. I think you need to go wider. Move your hands deep.
Really? Wow.
Now look forward and start to walk your feet to the front where your hands are. Taking your feet between your hands, release your head and neck. Taking the exhale more. So if you have hyperextended legs, make sure you're slightly bending your knees. If not, you take this moment to really try to stretch out those hamstrings. Bringing up your quadriceps to stretch out the backs of the thighs. And bring that chest down to the thighs by contracting the abdomen. Now instead of rolling up, try to come up with a flat back and lead with your arms and think of a straight line with your arms and your spine. Arms and spine in one line, very nice. Very good. Very conscious. And bring your hands to the heart center in prayer pose. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, lift your arms up and bend back. Push your hips to the front. Exhale through forward fold. Inhale, step your right leg to the back. Release your right knee down and your hips. Then step your left leg into plank pose, holding your breath. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down to the floor. Inhale, slide into cobra, extend your toes behind you, release your hips or open your chest, look up. Exhale, push back and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Goes down to the floor. Inhale, step your right leg to the front between the hands, dropping your left knee, releasing your hips, looking up. Exhale, bring your left leg to the front to the forward fold, release your head and neck. Inhale, straight spine, straight arms, rise up and bend all the way to the back. Push your hips to the front and bend back. Push your hips front, squeeze your glutes. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, step your left leg to the back. The knee comes down. Hold your breath in plank. Exhaling, knees, chest and chin down. The lower back is arching. Inhaling into a cobra. The upper back is arching. Exhale, push back. Find your evenness. Inhaling your left leg to the front between your hands. Exhaling your right leg to the front between your hands. Inhale to rise up, no back bend, just come straight up. And bringing the hands back down. Bring your hands to heart center. And let's chant one Om. Breathe in. Suryahe Namaha. Inhale, lift your arms up and bend back. Push your hips to the front, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step your right leg to the back. Hold your breath. Step the left leg to the back into plank. Make sure it's a straight line from your head to your heels. Don't lift your hips up too much. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, slide into the cobra position. Looking up. Make sure the hips stay down to the floor. Exhale, push up and back. Inhale, step your right leg to the front between your hands. Exhale, the left leg to the front, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, bending back. Don't need to bend your knees as you come up. No, you don't need to bend your knees when you come up. There's no point. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, step the left leg to the back. Hold your breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale into cobra. Keep the hips down, shoulders away from your ears and look up. Exhaling, push back. Very nice. Inhale the left leg to the front between your hands. Exhaling your feet together. Releasing the head and neck. Inhaling, rise up, straight spine, no back bend. And exhaling your hands to the heart. Continue with the last round. Inhale, lift up, bend back, push your hips to the front. Long arch from heel to head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the right leg to the back, right knee comes down, releasing the hips, look up, open chest. Hold the breath, step into plank. Straight line from the head to the heels. Hold plank. Let's hold plank for a few seconds here. Very nice. And stay there. Okay, now lower your knees, chest and chin. Thank you very much. Stop there. Your hips and knees, chest, chin, please. This is called Ashtangasana. Your hips and your butt should be sticking up. Sticking up. Yes. It's called Ashtangasana because it's 8 points touching the mat. Foot, foot, hand, hand, knee, knee, chest, chin. Get it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. So it's a lower back bend. You feel that? Okay. Stay there. Keep your elbows tight, close to you. Do not move your hands. Do not move your chin. Do not move your chest, but walk your feet closer to me. And it'll give you a bigger back bend. Feel that? You feel it? Stop it. Okay, so inhale, slide forward. Use your triceps to slide forward. Extend your toes and hold cobra. Very nice. Cobra there. Hips are down to the floor, elbows to the sides. Exhale, push back. Downward facing. Inhale, step your right leg to the front between the hands, bless you. Exhale, left leg to the front. Inhale, rise up and bend back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale your right leg to the left leg to the back, sorry. Hold your breath into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhaling into cobra, point the toes. Exhale, push back. Inhaling your left leg to the front. Exhaling the right leg to the front. Inhaling, rise up. And exhale, release down. Connect your hands to your thighs. And just stay here for a few breaths. Concentrate on your breathing. Eyes closed. If you feel ungrounded, first of all, feel your feet and feel your feet anchored to the ground. But if it's still ungrounded, you can open your eyes. Ground yourself on one of the plants in front of you. Bring your feet together. Lift your right arm up. Really reach up towards the ceiling and then bend to the left side, pushing your hips to the opposite side. So you want to imagine that you're a big letter C from the feet all the way up. So the bend is not just a bend of the upper body. Imagine all of your joints joining in the parsi. And again with the long, deep breaths. This is such a simple pose, but you're working really Ida and Pingala Nadi. The right and left channels of the body. Here's the right, the Pingala. Inhale, you rise up, lift the left arm up, straight up to the ceiling. Right hand on the thigh, and bend to the other side. Push your hips to the left. Look up from underneath your arm. And this time you are working that Ida Nadi. Breathing long and deep from your feet all the way to your hands. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Then on your next inhale, rise. And exhale, release down. And stay here for a few breaths. Feel that you're still breathing in for 4 counts. Exhaling for 8 counts. Nice and slow. And with each breath, you can feel your prana more and more, not just air, not just blood. Placing your hands in Namaskar Mudra at the heart center. Inhale and lift your right leg up, knee bent. And then exhale, send it to the back. Hips facing forward and lift your arms up, either hands together or hands apart. Shoulders away from your ears. And then try to press the back heel down, the outside edge of your back foot to the floor. And breathe there. You can look forward, you can look up, or you can close your eyes. Think about your spine straight and your tailbone pointing down. You should be wide enough so that your front thigh is almost parallel to the ground. Inhaling, stepping to the front. And release your arms. And breathe. Hands to heart center. On the next inhale, lifting the left leg up. And then extend it to the back. Into your warrior one. Feel the butt of the back leg actively engage. That's an interesting one. Hands to the heart center. Lean forward slightly. One step. And breathe. Keep your feet together. And lift your arms up and go down into your Utkatasana, chair pose. Look forward at least. If not, look up, but don't look down on the floor. Now exhale, take a forward fold. And just release everything in your forward fold. Imagine like a standing child's pose. So bend your knees, round your back, round your shoulders, round your neck, round everything out. From here, slowly pull your belly in and then start to roll up very, very slowly, one vertebra at a time until you come up to standing, and the last thing that comes up is your head and your neck because you're feeling one vertebra at a time. Very nice. And breathe. Let's take the right leg to the back and pivot it so it's parallel to the short side of the mat. Lift your arms up this way and measure yourself. Measure the person actually in front of you and think of a straight line from the wrists all the way down to the heels or the ankles, sorry. So wrists to the ankles. And tell the person in front of you if they're wide enough.
You're kidding me.
You're fine.
I just rested.
Yeah, like this is fine.
No, but down with your arm, I can't.
Good.
Yeah, no.
So bend
This
your
one is even
left knee. Try to open the thigh and lift the left arm,
Indeed.
both arms up into warrior two. And look through your left fingertips. So think of your spine also as straight, not leaning forward. And also tucking the tailbone down, opening the chest. Think of your shoulders and arms in one line. Just really open up into the warrior. Bend it a little bit more so that the knee is in line with the heel if it's not yet. And then maybe in 2 steps or in one giant step to the front of your mat. Now you have a bigger thing to work with. Step your left leg to the back and take warrior 2 on the other side. So now you can check the other person. It's your turn. You're not wide enough. And look to the right. Look to the front, or you can close your eyes. The breathing is long and deep. And on the next inhale, step two. And release. So, hands connected to your feet. And just feel your energy and your connection with all of the energy around you. Like a whole web of life around you, and you're part of that special web of energy. And you're being supported by that web of energy as well. Place your feet about hip distance, just comfortable. And then inhale and lift your arms up and lift your heels up simultaneously. So at the end of the inhale, you're up. And as you exhale, lower your arms and lower your heels. And do that with your own breath, maybe 3 or 4 times. And maybe one more. Okay, this one I like a lot. It's very easy. Kati Chakrasana. Feet hip distance. I think we did this at the first day. Just twist to the small window. Place your left hand on your right shoulder. We'll do it differently today. Right hand, right arm to the back. And press your feet down. Feel that you're twisting from your ankles to the knees, to the hips, all of the spine and the neck. Turn all the way towards the back of the room. Your head looking all the way to the back of the room. Your shoulder moving all the way to the back of the room. On the next inhale, come back to the center and release, and just let your body reset before you do anything else on the other side. And take a breath. So now, slowly on the next inhale, start to twist to the left, to the big windows as you plant your feet, and you take your right hand on the left shoulder, bring your left arm behind you, reach in on the waist. And feel that with each exhale, you're twisting deeper, like you're trying to reach all the way to the back of the room. With each inhale, you're growing your spine longer. With each exhale, you're twisting a little deeper. Each inhale, growing a little bit longer. With each exhale, twisting a little deeper. Inhaling to the center, and then release. And close your eyes for a moment. And just try to feel yourself in the standing posture with your eyes closed. Feel that you ground your feet down, energy rises through your legs, You pull your belly in slightly. Your spine is straight. You open your chest. You feel tall and long all the way up to the top of your head. Okay. Take your feet now hip distance, a little bit wider than hip distance, and then point your toes out and place your hands to the heart center. And start to bend your knees all the way down to Malasana. You can put your heels up if they don't go down. Press your elbows into your knees and open your chest so that the spine is not rounded. Stay here for a few breaths. Just enjoy your Malasana. If you want to go more of a challenge, take your shoulders down, like you round your back, so that now the inner part of your thighs are in your triceps. Take your hands forward and then go up into your crow. Or your knees into your armpits. Or stay in Malasana. Many options. With the crow, you're looking forward, don't look down. And come back into Malasana, open your knees out. And we take our hands down and we just go back into child's pose. And enjoy the child's pose for a few breaths. So find a child's pose that's comfortable for you, comfortable for your hips. Classic one is knees together, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So if you need to adjust, go ahead. And make sure that you are still breathing deeply, maybe breathing a little bit more comfortably, but still breathing deeply. And here in this pose, think about connecting your forehead chakra, the third eye chakra, to the earth. Feel that you are connecting your third eye with Gaia's third eye. And breathe there. So from here, slowly roll up to come to seated in Vajrasana. Start to take your hands forward and take your right leg to the front. And release your hips down. Find your balance here and take your hands to your heart center. Take your left elbow outside of your left knee and then watch. Push your chest out so that you have your heart and your hands in a line. And drop your right shoulder. And breathe. Very nice. Inhaling to the center and exhale back into your child's pose. Just for a breath or two or three. Then on the next inhale, rise up and come up onto all fours, taking your time. Finding your balance, taking your left leg to the back, front, drop your hips, hands to the heart. Right elbow outside of the left knee and then twist. Inhaling, look to the front. Release your hands and come back to your child's pose. And rest. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urdhvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityor Mokshamam Mritat. Slowly rise up, come back into all fours position. Okay, from there, take your right leg to the front. You're going to twist towards the big windows. As you twist to the big windows, you just take your left lower leg in. Take your right hand on your right forearm into your thigh, or you can take your hand down and then lift your left arm up and over. Okay, probably all of you can reach the floor with your right hand. Okay, got it? Good. Make sure that with the supporting leg, the left leg, the knee is in line with the hip. Okay. If you'd like to go deeper for a little challenge, then from there extend your left leg out. And make sure that the outside edge of the foot is down. Slowly open your arms, left arm up and to the back in a circle, and then turn towards the mat and back into your child's pose and breathe. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urdhvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityor Mokshamam Mritat. Slowly come back up to all fours. So this time, take the left leg in front of you, the right leg is back. You take the right lower leg to the big windows. Your left hand goes to the front of the foot, and then so your shoulder is touching, your left shoulder is touching the knee, so there's counter positions there, and then you can keep it in place. Then when you find your stability, you start to open your chest, extend your right arm. Very nice. Feel that you're pushing your hips towards the wall. And then, if you like, you can now start to extend your right leg as well. Just as an option. But when you extend your right leg, you shouldn't change the angle of the front leg, meaning it's also nice and low, right? Parshvatrikonasana. open your right arm up to the ceiling and all the way to the back and back to the mat in a big round circle. And then come back into all fours and into child's pose. And breathe. Now looking forward and then slowly lie down on your belly and just relax for a while. Your arms by your sides or bent so that you're making a pillow with your hands, whatever is more excuse me, comfortable. Ooh. Let's do the half locust. So, you take your forehead on the mat or the chin on the mat, whatever is more comfortable for your neck. Forehead on the mat or chin on the mat. And then you put your hands under your shoulders. You're not really going to push, it's just to keep you balanced. You bend your right knee. And then engage your left glute so that you can lift the leg up and place it gently on the right foot. Very nice. Very nice. You go ahead and release and relax. And the option actually, which is easier, is just to go with 2 legs like that. Why? Because you're only using muscles to come up and you're not forcing by pressing it with another object. Okay. So if you did it to the left, you do it to the right. Bend your left knee, lift your right leg. And breathe. You feel a difference? Feel where there's tension and relax. And on your next breath, let go. And just soften your whole body. You can make a pillow with your arms, so you just place your arms to the sides so that the arms can also rest. Softening everything from the head to the toes. This is actually a really important part in yoga that you only get in forms like Hatha and not so much in Vinyasa except for Shavasana. It's when you put a person into the pose so that they're stressed and then you let go and you ask them to rest. Instead of just going straight to the next pose, you consciously, okay, stay there, rest, and you ask them, relax all of the muscles in your body. It's really important because your body and your nervous system gets used to it and then it builds resilience. So in daily life you get stressed and then you can go back to relaxation. Relaxation really, really quickly. Instead of doing like a long Ashtanga or a Vinyasa and then you only get to relax in Shavasana. in this form, in Hatha, you can relax between postures, and it's really important. It works faster to retrain the nervous system if you're patient enough for Hatha, because some people need yoga to be fast. So now, bend your knees, let's do the bow, roll your shoulders back and down, hold on to your ankles or your feet. You can point or flex them. And then on inhale, make a bigger rise up, press your hands against your feet, look up or look forward. And let's rock forward and back, and forward and back. Or just rock up, keep yourself up. And release down and soften down and relax. Soften everything from head to toe. We are going to do something that is found in the second series of Ashtanga, but don't be scared. It's just really fun. I need a blanket because I have a funny hip bone from a... Yeah. Okay, so, by the way, this is an alternative, like the thing is not soft enough. And your hip bone is placed in a different way. So, you can do it with me. Let's bend the knees, hold on to the feet, lift up in your regular bow, lift your knees, lift your chest. Then you rock to the right. And then you go up to the center and you rock to the other side. It is like Krav Maga, how to get out of it. If you're in a hostage situation. Okay, and then
Yeah.
Have you ever done the crocodile pose?
Nope. What's that?
That pose? The crocodile pose. So you can either be down here or you can lift up. I'm going to lift up just so I can speak. It's a slightly different sensation. So all you do is you bend your right knee up a little. You don't need to touch your feet to the leg. You just think of this as perpendicular to the mat, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a very nice, gentle back bend. Well, no, it's a deep back bend, but it's not as straining because it's only to one side. And you don't need to use a lot of muscles to come up into this pose. Because, for example, when you do cobra, you need a lot of arm strength, upward dog, a lot of arm strength. When you do the wheel pose, you need tricep strength, you need leg strength, and you need some sort of special mobility with your arms and legs. But this is quite easy. See, so there's different options to do similar things. Okay, so then try to just for the last few seconds soften your hip more on towards the bent knee, because the tendency is to lift up So open up. Maybe you're stopped by the bone, but you can just have that sensation. Okay, release back. You can stay flat down. Just release everything again. Just softening everything from head to toe. And then sliding your hands underneath your shoulders, push back into child's pose. And the last back bend, you're going to roll up onto your knees, sending your hips up, so sitting up on à genoux. Standing on your knees, rolling the shoulders back and down. So here you want to keep the hips in line with the knees. Imagine that you have a wall in front of you. And then you can slowly lower and keep pushing your hips to the front as you go into your camel. You can keep looking down at your chest, or you can release your head back. And you don't even have to touch your ankles. You can just put your hands on your waist. If you feel you're leaning back too much, that there's no alignment between the hips and the knees, just keep everything upright. Bend from the top part of the body, keeping your thigh and knee in one line. And then on your next inhale, lifting your head gently, lifting your chest, and returning back into child's pose. This time, for this child's pose, if it's okay on your hips, you want to bring your knees together because you want to round your back as the counter pose. So if your forehead doesn't touch the floor, a nice alternative is to do one fist or two fists with your hands or a block. Place your forehead there. But actually it's nice to just let it hang because also, again, that's really hot. You're rounding out your spine. Slowly roll up and rise up. Sitting to one side, send the soles of your feet together. Okay, let's do some options here. So you can bring your feet nice and close to you, or you can keep them further away and then take a forward fold. And this is a nice, I'll give you a nice example of how the anatomy is so different and so funny. So there's this, right? And with me, it's fine, I can go all the way down. But in yin yoga, there's this, where your legs are further off, and then you do this. And then I can only go here, because here starts to hurt. And I was doing yin yoga, and the teacher went up to me and thought that I wasn't, like, I was angry with him or something, because I wasn't, like, going all the way down. He said, why aren't you going all the way down? I said, I can't. That's it, because it hurts, it starts to hurt here. So it's so funny, but if I do this, and I go like that, it's fine. So you just work with your body. And like the example that you gave the other day was with your squat, and if you angle your feet a certain way, you can go down, and you angle your feet a a certain way, so all of our bodies are just different. But it doesn't mean that you always just do what's comfortable. So sometimes you also want to do what's not comfortable. Just to, again, like we learned in Wolf's Law, Davis' Law, just to give the body a little bit of a challenge toward the ligaments, the joints. And what's very interesting about these poses that you can hold for longer, these poses that you relax into, is you try and scan your body and notice all the places that feel tense, and you just soften and relax that area. Breathe into that space. Make space by breathing into it. Slowly, now you can come up and rise up. Bring your right foot in, your left foot out. Not you put proper cushion on that knee. Thus you put your right hand to the back, and then push your hip up and lift your left arm back. Like an easy way of doing one thing. Really push your hip so that you're, like, imagine your hip is in line with the knee. Yeah, very nice. And then come all the way back down. Extend your right leg, bring the left knee in. Take your left arm to the back, and then when you're ready, push your hips up. And open your heart and your nadis, your energy. And then slowly come back to seated, extend both legs, and take Paschimottanasana. On your next inhale, rise up, lengthen your spine, lift your arms up. And release down. Stay here, feel your body and breath. And then slowly lean back slightly, find your sit bones, bending your knees, lifting your heels, hold on to the lower legs and lift the lower legs. You can also extend the legs if you want, either by holding them or letting go. So you've got different variations. And breathe. Breathe into all of these different spaces in your body. Now if you're here, slowly let go, with control going down. Find the center of your mat. Come up into seated, and then pull your belly in. And then slowly lower down with control. And finally go into Shavasana. With your feet towards the edges of your mat. Your arms far away from your body. Your shoulder blades stretched out. And then you relax.